Okay. Give it about 30 more seconds. Hello. Excuse me. Thank you. All right, if you're at the channel message, someone realizes that you're not having a normal what the hell? Someone realizes that you're not having a normal human experience, okay? I actually do have channel messages this time, but I do want to say one thing. Something resonates with your Vedic chart. Something resonates with your past self, your past life. I'm kind of getting either this is your past life or this is this lifetime. You've had to let go of a past self. So you have multiple forms of yourself, okay? So I've covered this like probably a year ago, the etheric body, which is usually when some type of trauma splits your body into halves, okay? It's literally what's happening. Okay, so this is also creating some type of alter ego or alter personality. It's the splitting of the soul. Okay, hello. I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into the channel messages. All right. So, these messages resonate with your past life, okay, and the karma that you brought into this lifetime, okay. So the first channel message I have is Cyril Weed House. Okay, in this house was built in 1835, so this was like a long time ago. That's why I say your past life. All right, so a man and a woman moved into a house. They were a married couple. The wife ends up dying, and the man, her husband, ends up marrying her sister. Okay, keep on. So a couple moves into a home. The wife dies in the home, and the husband marries her sister. While the husband is married to her sister, he has an affair with a black slave. Again, this is 1835. Okay. Um, because of the affair with the black slave, the wife committed suicide, and then the black slave was later hung. So with this, I'm getting a situation whereas in a past life, your husband had some type of infidelity or some type of liking to your sister. So this could be coming in this lifetime. Somebody that you're dating or somebody that you're married to, they have a thing for your sister, or vice versa. Your sister has a thing for the person you're married to or the person that you're dating. Okay. Now, could be in a past life too. You were the karmic in a past life between your slave master and his wife. So you always hear about how slaves were great and they had children with their slave masters. This is what's going on. So in a past life, you were great and you had children with your slave master. So in this lifetime, you may have biracial children, mulatto children, or you yourself could be biracial or mulatto, okay? So your children are half and half of something, okay? Like even if this is like, I'm half Black American and I'm half Ethiopian. Your children are half of half, okay, of something. I'm also getting, you were the reason that somebody committed suicide in a past life. So in a past life, someone was so heartbroken, someone felt so betrayed, they committed suicide and you were the reason. I'm also getting, you could have been lynched based off of someone's emotions in a past life, okay? Number two, We have the largest mental hospital in Georgia, which this was the largest mental hospital. Okay, it's called the Lunatic and Epileptic Asylum. So in a past life, like in this lifetime, you could be really into magic and conspiracy theories and things that people just don't believe in, aliens, because in a past life, you were admitted into some type of lunatic center. Okay, in a past life, if you have visions, if you've ever seen the light in your dreams, if you've ever had a near-death experience, okay, in a past life you could have been epileptic. Okay, you could also have light eyes, like your eyes are sensitive to light. I know that people with light eyes, their eyes are sensitive to light. Okay, also, I wrote down mechanical exhaustion. This is being so exhausted that you can't perform normal tasks. Okay, so for instance, you're so exhausted that you go to work and you have a desk job and you're on the computer, you can't even like function because you're so tired. This could be something that you dealt with in a past life, especially if you were a slave in a past life, like not being able to take breaks or not being able to control how much energy that you're putting out. So in this lifetime, you may deal with a lot of energy harvesting, okay? Because in a past life, you were so exhausted and tired, okay? I also wrote down 25,000 unclaimed bodies. So in a past life, okay, in this lifetime, you may actually know somebody that went missing, or you haven't seen them in years or talked to them in years, or you yourself. You may have connections to people who are kidnapped. People do not understand, and I will not go into this during this live. People do not understand how impactful missing children and missing people are, because where do they go? Like, people think like, oh, they're just missing, but like, no, seriously, something is going on here. Okay. I was also channeling some type of connection that you have to the courthouse. Okay, so I was getting something about, like, you know, when people get sentenced in the courthouse, like you got 25 years to life, you're on death row, okay? You just got convicted of attempted murder, okay, manslaughter. Imagine the emotions that these people feel when they're getting convicted, right? And I'm sure, like, I don't know, but the courthouse doesn't do like their spiritual blessings. It's not a church. So people get convicted and then new people come in. So it's a lot of different emotions in the courthouse. Like when you enter the courthouse, people come in there, they may be nervous, okay? They may have to speak on the stand. Okay, there is a fly on the wall. Somebody may have to speak on the stand, speak in front of their abuser, speak in front of somebody, like testify against whoever. Okay, it's a lot of mixed emotions that go into that. And these emotions may sway the judge and the jury to make certain verdicts as well. So it's lingering ghost in the courthouse, okay? And this is specifically if you work in the courthouse. Like maybe one day you're gonna do jury duty or something like that. And you're gonna be like, damn, there's this weird feeling, or there's like a really heavy feeling in the courthouse. Okay, so maybe this year you're gonna do jury duty for the first time, or maybe you do it all the time. Some people talk about how they do jury duty all the time, okay? But yeah. I also wrote down paralyzing fear and fear of public speaking. So if you have a fear of public speaking, which is literally everyone, because it's literally number 2 on like the fears that people have. I think number 1 is dying, and then it's public speaking. Okay. When you're afraid to speak up, speak out, you are in the matrix. Okay, so that makes sense. Majority of everyone is still in the matrix. Okay, and then finally we have incurable or permanent. So something is incurable, something is permanent. Okay, So let's jump into this. We have the Lover's card, which is an etheric body. Okay, so something has traumatized you, or something has happened to whereas you have split your soul in half, or you have split your personality in half, you have split your emotions in half, some way, somehow you're dissociating, or you have dissociated to a point where you have two selves. Okay. I'm kind of getting a situation where this is your yourself this time. So this is you and your higher self, but you know how you have a higher self? I feel like you have a past self too. Like your past self makes sure that you don't, like, history doesn't repeat itself. So you ever heard like a reader say like, yeah, they're living in their past life, they're living in their south node? That is when history is repeating itself. You've already went through these lessons in another lifetime, and you're doing the exact same thing that you did in the last lifetime. Like you've cleared karma, but you're still doing the same thing, so you're wasting time basically. All right, so we have the Lover's card at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so a second self. Okay, this is also if you've ever like talked yourself out of something, or like told yourself calm down, like say for instance you was mad as fuck and you told yourself like calm down, or you did the counting thing, you started counting to 10, or you started counting backwards, that is a second self. Or if you've ever been talking to somebody and somebody may say something that you don't like, and you say something in your head like that's not true, that's your second self. Or if you were ever battling with yourself in two different opinions that's coming from you, that's two people. Okay, so yeah. Okay, I just wanted to pull that card first. But in a past life, you were in, so in this lifetime, people keep trying to get you into polygamy, because in a past life, like I said, you were a karmic. Either you were a slave and you got raped, or you were literally, somebody was having infidelity with you. So people may see you as like, oh, if I have a girl or if I have a man, you don't care type energy. And you may have already went through that phase in your life where you're like, yeah, you know, I don't care, I'll be the side piece or whatever, I'll be the mistress. That's what it's looking like. In a past life, you were a mistress. That's what it's looking like. So in a past life, you had multiple lovers, or multiple people loved you at one time. Okay. So yeah. I'm also getting in a past life, infidelity. The reason why Marilyn Monroe and JFK and all of that shit really went haywire is because when you get married to somebody, okay, you know, when you're dealing with presidency is almost exactly the same as queen and king, right? So the queen and king of Britain, right, is almost the same thing as the president in the United States. They rule over the city, they rule over the country, and whatever. When you are dealing with royalty, you are mixing blood, right? So if I married my wife, right? I married my wife, or I married my husband. Okay, that person, we are now together. We are now in one genotype. If we were to create a child, we will create another whole human being with a whole different genetics that incorporate me and this person. If I involve another person, I do not know if that person's family and my family go together. Naturally, if you marry somebody, those two lineages go together. So imagine adding a third person, and that lineage is either your like op, or that lineage is like your competitor, or that lineage is your rival. Now you're like crossing paths. You're putting yourself in the fire is what I'm getting. Okay, so that's why infidelity is like, you're not supposed to be you're not supposed to do that shit. Just period. It's like bigger than what you know. So let's see. All right. Yeah. In a past life, there was a whole bunch of people against you based off of something that one person said. Like, so in this lifetime, you may have to deal with slander, like of your name, especially if you are a karmic, or you went through a karmic cycle or phase. You have to deal with slander, because everyone's going to be wondering, why are you allowing this infidelity to occur? What's wrong with you? You feel me? All right. Yeah. So in a past life, your name was slandered a lot. And in this lifetime, you some way, somehow have already cut ties with the people that are meant to slander your name. So your slander didn't come in until you cut somebody off. You stop talking to somebody, you stop dating them, and then they slander your name. Okay. They try to discredit you. Yeah, a dream catcher. So something is coming out in your dreams. Your past life is being revealed to you. I'm also getting in a past life, like a lover of yours is following you through dimensions or through portals, because this person in a past life, they were the same person that you cheated with, or that something like that. I'm just getting somebody is not the main woman. Like, you're not this, whoever this reading is for, you were not the main woman in a past life, either because of social rank or whatever was going on. It just couldn't be. You couldn't be the main one. It's not that somebody didn't want to choose you. Somebody could have been more in love with you than their spouse. All right. But also, this is the first message about the sister thing. Your sister in a past life betrayed you with your spouse. History may repeat itself. I'm also getting someone's really chatty, someone's really flirtatious with your spouse. Okay. Sister, cousin, family, but nah, I'm getting sister, your sister. Yeah, tap into your intuition. Tap into your intuition. So exactly what I said, your sister. All right. And we have hex breaking ritual. So yeah, maybe your sister does this all the time. Like, your sister always flirts with your partner, or they're always trying to get with the men that you're trying to get with, or whatever. All right. Yeah. Recharge your energy. So with the recharge your energy, now we're going into that mechanical, exhaustion, where you were so exhausted, you were so tired of something that you couldn't even perform regular tasks, even like taking care of your children. So this is people who give their children up for adoption, and people who cannot take care of their children in this lifetime. Is because of this exhaustion that you experienced already in a past life. All right. Thank you, Gloria. Yeah. So it could have been an air sign. Your sister could be an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm getting Aquarius and Gemini very heavily. I'm getting all air here. Okay. But again, this is that mulatto thing. This is also mulatto. Okay. So someone's just jealous. All right. That's all I'm going to take this as. Like, somebody's jealous. All right. We have the Sun, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. All right. In a past life, somebody was in a respected position. All right. And they're cheating and shit. This may cross over into this lifetime. I'm also getting something is very weird or abnormal. Somebody's obsessed with you because they want to be in your shoes. That's what it's looking like. That's not funny. Like, y'all be laughing at shit that's not funny. It is not funny to be messing with your sister dude. Like, find your own man. How is that funny? How is that being a villain? That's not good, bro. You probably got hella karma this year. I mean, this lifetime. Because what the fuck? How you gonna betray your own family for a man? All right. Like, what? Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. History is repeating itself. So you need to keep your eyes on somebody. Or somebody has wandering eyes. This is your man too. This is your nigga too. Like, what? If the sister got wandering eyes and they somehow have some type of thing going on, they both got wandering eyes. Your sister got wandering eyes and your man got wandering eyes too. We have the Six of Pentacles, and you're not listening to your intuition because you're just like, oh, well, that's my sister, or oh, that's my cousin, or oh, they don't mean no harm. But somebody's actually obsessed with you. They've been obsessed with you since a child. So this is where this comes from, an obsession. And then we have the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Wands, and the Justice. Yeah, somebody's a whore. Just simply, somebody could be, your sister could be a whore in this lifetime too. Somebody's a whore, all right? Or they have one job, all right? I'm also getting like somebody's crying fake tears or some shit. Yeah, something is psychology. Somebody's jealous. Okay. All right. Now I'm tapping into the hospital for the epileptic people. So yeah, the Five of Cups. In a past life, you were very sad about some type of mental this is for somebody specific. In a past life, you were very sad, or like you were prone to depression because of some type of ailment that you were diagnosed with, or someone thought you, or somebody was taking advantage of your diagnosis or your mental condition in a past life. All right. Yeah, the Sun card. Somebody was like really, really exploiting somebody. I'm also getting somebody was like, I don't know, somebody had like this weird sexual thing going on with their patients. All right, yeah, the Devil. So a lot of sexual, like a lot of rape because of somebody's mental health or something. So instead of somebody trying to help you or help this person, they're trying to grape them or some shit. I don't know. This is like you go and somebody's like, you're like, oh shit, my head hurts. And somebody's like, take off your clothes. You're like, what? Kind of like what they do at the hospital. Because you don't have to take off your clothes for a headache. Like you don't have to wear a fucking gown for a headache or anything like that. So I'm getting something like that. Like you're like, yeah. Yeah, especially if someone dealt with like psychosis or something like that. Also getting somebody was fucking with your memory. All right. We have the Nine of Cups, constantly being in a sleeping state or constantly being asleep. All right. All right, I'm gone.